Guyana's 80,000 indigenous peoples are known for eking out a living through subsistence activities. The Amerindian Development Fund, which began in 2014, envisioned a dramatic transformation of the village economies. The 191 communities would get a grant of $5 million each to set up their own businesses. Village leaders will get training on how to get a business up and running, how to manage it, and how to make it profitable and continue in the long run. Fast forward 4.5 years later, 153 communities have received their grants and 54 are turning over a profit. To date, $133 million in income from their projects have been realized. At Carroll Lodge in Georgetown Thursday, the community leaders met to develop an action plan to continue the businesses started. The project was managed by the United Nations Development Programme, the UNDP, and is now being transitioned to the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs. UNDP resident coordinator Mikiko Tanaka said that the businesses must move from being just project businesses, that these enterprises should be business as usual in the communities. But to get to that point, she said the communities still need help with linkages, such as getting market for their products, and she cited one example of how that was done.
During a monitoring mission to Region 1, to the Mabaruma sub-region, it was noted that the Community Development Project, the plan at Arukamai, was producing ginger and was looking for markets beyond the local. And therefore, we actually took back some samples of the ginger, and we approached Demerara Distilleries Limited, DDL, the El Dorado brand, and to inquire if they would be interested in buying the ginger from this village for the production of beverages, which we knew they were, developing. And so this sample, the DDL research team had basically, used to develop a ginger sorrel drink. And since then, DDL has requested a second sample, and we are awaiting their feedback on the results. And also, they are asking about, okay, how do you actually get this, directly? I mean, we cannot obviously, fly in and out doing the delivery. It has to be a natural, direct link between the communities and the DDL in one way or the other, which is also predictable and affordable.
Under the project, the communities received their grants after approval of their community development plans. Businesses range from poultry and cattle to transportation and hospitality. The fund's team leader, Mildred Akpan, explained that the entire community was involved in what projects were selected.
Grants are not given to communities just because they come up with ideas. It has, first of all, to be acknowledged by everyone in the community. It has to be supported by everyone in the community, and the community development officers are involved every step of the way.
The Amerindian Development Fund was conceptualized under the Low Carbon Development Strategy, in which the Kingdom of Norway agreed to pay Guyana $250 million for keeping its forest standing under a United Nations program called REDD+. For the newsroom, Neil Marks reporting.